She had 15,000 followers. She was consistently posting. So why was it that she could not get clients? And after we dug into her entire Instagram and we dug into her content to find her message, we found out she was writing to 15,000 followers instead of her one person, her Maya. So here's what changed everything for her. Hey, what's up? My name is Lisbeth Graham, and I am a messaging and sales strategist for service-based business providers. I have helped over a dozen women have a confident message and learn how to confidently sell in the DMs without a script. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you can get notified every single time I have a video come out. Most service-based business owners think that their DMs are quiet because they're not doing enough, they're not posting enough, they're not reaching out enough. But the thing is, the reason why your DMs are so quiet is because you are writing to everybody and not writing to your one person. Today, I want to show you 3 shifts I personally made to start talking to my one person, my Maya, and start really reaching to her to understand her and understand what it is that she needs the most help with and translate that into a message for just her. We're going to go from talking to the masses to your one person to DMs that open the door for your one person. Now, I know you're thinking that, okay, Liz, if I just talk to one person, doesn't that mean I'm going to alienate a lot of people because I need clients? I don't want to just talk to one person. I get that. And I had that mindset too. Back in 2023, I remember creating posts for like every single person starting a business because that's the type of coach I wanted to be, just for moms to start a business. That wasn't very clear enough. I got nowhere with that. I was trying to really figure out my footing, and I really wish I had nailed my messaging before 2024, because I'm pretty sure 2023 wouldn't have been so like financially draining if I had just understood the importance of having a clear message for my person. And the first thing I want to talk about is having content that's for the masses. You can have incredible, valuable posts that you believe and other people tell you is good and still not get clients and still not get anyone wanting more information in the DMs. It's not so much about the value you're giving in your posts, it's who you're talking to. Because there is a saying that is very true, and I am one who will 100% say this happened for her. And that saying is, if you talk to everyone, you will talk to no one. The perfect example is people who are looking for certain services and certain help go to like Google or go to Instagram and want to find that help. The problem is that they want to have that help, but when you pop up and you're saying like different things, like I help with this and I help with that and I help with this and I help with that and I'm gonna help you overcome this, I'm gonna help you overcome that, you're not nailing the one problem she's going for. And I will be honest, I this year kind of when did I work with her? Like January, February, I worked with someone. She's incredible. Shout out Cassie, copywriting mama, whoop, whoop. And I honestly like remember working with her and she was like, okay, like you're helping with offer, you're helping with market research, you're helping with messaging, you're helping with sales, you're helping with all this. Why are you helping with all that stuff? Like, you like basically telling me like you don't have that one thing, and yet I still got 12 clients. But I'm gonna tell you why. So stay with me because I'm gonna explain the whole story here. And so I was like, I don't know, like I just feel like I'm self-sufficient. I want to teach people everything I know. And she's like, yeah, but like I feel like you're like teaching on messaging and sales. Don't you think that's what you focus on? And I was like, yeah, but I don't really promote that. And she's like, but that's what you do. And I was like, no. And she's like, yeah, that's what you do. And I'm like, no, that's not what I do. And she's like, yeah, but that's what that's your own messaging is, that like you help them take words and get sales. So you're messaging in sales. And I literally remember telling her like, no, dude, I am not going down that. Like, I'm not doing that. That's not who I am. And I'm not good at that. And she's like, but you are? She's like, this is exactly what you do. You're just giving it all kinds of names. Like you want to be that quote unquote unicorn coach, like the coach that does everything and does it well, but you can't do everything well. You need to be a jack of all trades, something. I don't know. What's that saying? I didn't hear it until like, I think I got older. I'm a native Spanish speaker, by the way. So a lot of sayings, like I still, as a grown up, I'm just hearing new sayings and stuff. And so a jack of all trade, whatever. If you know, please like tell me in the comments because your girl don't even know what that is. But it's like a master of none. I think that's what it is, right? I hope I got that right. Jack of all trades, master of none. That sounds right. I'm gonna stick with that one because that actually sounds really good. And so she was like, no, like you are in messaging and sales. And so this year, I got out of my own head and I stepped in and said, okay, this is what I've been doing this whole time. And I'm actually going to promote and step into that authority. And I have felt this huge weight lift off of me. Like, I don't think I can explain it to you. Like, it still gets me really emotional because I'm not doing all kinds of stuff. Like, I am focusing on one person, one problem, one solution. And it's a solution I never imagined that I was going to have to do. And I say have because like the truth is she was like, it's like pulling a donkey, dude. Like, is it a donkey or horse? Whoever's digging their heels. Like I was digging my heels as she's like, come on, Liz, messaging and sales. Come on, let's do it. Come on. And if you're listening to the podcast, I'm kind of like pulling, like, come on, Liz, come on. And I was like, no, like a screaming toddler who doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm like kicking. She's like, come on, this is it. When I finally gave into that and I finally said, deep breath in, deep breath out, I was like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm going to step into the authority of messaging and sales. I felt completely underqualified, even though she was like, you already do that. So why are you feeling like that? And like it was supposed to be like a discovery call, like we're going to work together and stuff. And it turned into this whole thing. So you know what? Shout out to her because she like changed my whole business. I'll even tag her on here so you can follow her on Instagram. But she like completely transformed my entire business because she was like, you are this, like something is holding you back. And it was me like feeling like, oh my God, like I don't want to change. I don't want to move. I don't want to do something else. But the truth is when you start speaking to the masses, you're not going to be known for something. Although I was speaking to the quote unquote masses, I knew my target audience were service-based business owners who struggled with knowing their target audience. They didn't know how to talk to them. That's messaging. And then I helped them go from like messaging to offer to message to leads to strategy on like how to time manage and then like DM sales. I cut all the fluff in the middle. Everything was cut up. Like just help now, like with target audience, really doing that market research so you can get the words. So like copywriting in your message and then your offer messaging, like talking about your offer and then sales. Like I cut all the fluff. Like I was like, all right, let's get rid of the masses and just talk to my person who's struggling with converting online. And it went to now I help you turn your own audience's words into sales. Do you know how different that is now? And it's because I stopped talking to the masses. So my client who had 15,000 followers wasn't converting because she was talking to everybody. And so I was like, we need to really nail that one person. Like we need to talk to them. What is she struggling with? Give her a name. And so that leads me to point number 2. You need to find a name for your person. You have to name them. Because when you name them, your entire way of doing your message and your entire way of talking to them is going to drastically change. Because instead of you all or hey everyone, you're going to think in your head, I'm going to say this because like someone gave me this name and it fits perfect. Hey Maya, you're struggling with messaging. You're struggling to make sales. I really do think that if you nailed your audience and you knew exactly what their pains, joys, everything about them, their language, their phrases, everything would change for you. Because I know that's what you're struggling with. I was you struggling day in and day out trying to figure it out. So let me help you, Maya. Let me help you and be that friend for you. Like I'm not going to be some kind of freak and being, and I'm sorry to drop that word freak. Like it's like 2026 and everyone's like, you shouldn't say that word. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I'm not trying to be a weirdo. Is that another word that's like not allowed? But I'm not trying to be like that and be like saying, Maya, I'm going to help you, Maya. I want to be there for you, Maya. Like, do you know how crazy that sounds like to say that? But that's like what I'm talking about. It's like, it's got a name. And so I don't know. It just, if you watch Boy Meets World and you remember that episode where Sean gets into a cult and the guy, I'm so sorry. That whole episode cracked me up, and they say Sean's name, Sean. Hey there, Sean. And then like Sean repeats it in one of the parts. He's like, I love people for who they are, Sean. And Corey looks at him like he's a weirdo. That's what I'm talking about. Like name them, but don't like be weird about it. I don't know. I just had to throw that out there because in my brain, I'm like processing this whole thing and I'm like, okay, name it, but don't be like weird. Don't be like cultish status. I don't know. Don't hate me. Okay. I just think it's hilarious and I think it's awesome. And I think this is what separates me because I love humor. I love 90s stuff. Okay, so we're naming her or him. Okay, you're going to name them, give them a name, because if you can't visualize them standing in front of you, it's going to be hard to write to them. You see them, and I'm going to keep saying this, you see them drowning in some sort of way, whether it's like automation, systems, they're doing everything manual, they don't do graphics, they're afraid to like step out and admit that they need help internally, their gut is not good, like that kind of stuff. You got to visualize them and give them a name. Because even if it's your own name, or even if it's your best friend's name, because when you start to do that, you start to write for them and your messaging completely trips out because your messaging now becomes that one person. Those posts that you're trying to give value start to become more relatable to people because now you're speaking to that one person. And so how do you get to name somebody, and how do you get to get very personal that way? Well, one, we're going to give her a name and we're going to talk to her. We're going to say things like, Maya's struggling with her messaging. She doesn't know who her audience is. So when she writes her content comes out flat and it just comes out as boring. So instead, I want to help Maya spice it up and make it personal by using the phrase of her clients, using the phrase her audience uses, using the phrases that she's heard in the past from people she's worked with. Do you see how personal that is? Like, my God, I'm so good. Like, you really start to get to know someone and using their phrases and using the language, because the only way to relate to someone is to speak like them. And to be honest, you kind of low-key got to become a chameleon because you got to evolve to them. And when your content speaks to them and speaks to their feelings, emotions, and everything, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, you really start to mold to her. You become her. When you talk, it's like her whole vibe, her whole everything just floods you, and you're like, okay, I'm Maya now, so let me picture myself as her. And what is she struggling with? She's struggling with this. Let me write that as a piece of content. Someone messaged me yesterday and I ended up turning it into content because I was like, oh, this is good. They had a question. I was like, oh, this is how I would answer it. So it was kind of like, hey, if you ask me this is what I would say. It allows you freedom to start creating posts so freely when you start to turn your message to one person. And what's crazy is we overcomplicate business. We overcomplicate everything. I should know because I overcomplicated business for 3 years. And so it's very simple with just one little shift of naming her and giving her an identity that completely changes for you, because you need to give her a name to get into that embodiment of her. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm gonna say it anyways. But like, you embody her and you start to speak for her, through her, and you become her. So when you're writing, it just becomes so much simpler. And that's point number 3, is just writing for her and just putting her as your focus whenever you write content, whenever you write sales pages, whenever you write anything with messaging in it. You're really starting to talk to her and you're saying, this is for you because I see you. I see what you're struggling with and I want to help you. Let me help you. And when you do that shift, just like it happened for my client with 15,000 followers, you start to really draw in your people, get phone calls, sales calls, lead calls, discovery calls, connections. People start to sign up with you because you're really naming her or him. That's who I want to help. And it doesn't alienate people. What's crazy is people think that, oh my God, I'm going to alienate all these people. No, you're getting rid of the people who are never going to work with you to begin with. You start to call in the people who really do want to work with you and who really want to like have their lives changed, because you have already changed their lives through your content. But none of that is possible until you know who you serve, until you get the fundamentals and the foundations of your entire business, which is your message. And that's what we go over on the Phoenix Experience. The Phoenix Experience is a monthly membership that's turning into a mentorship, and it's $97 a month. The beautiful thing about this is that by month 6, you'll have a consistent DM strategy that you create, because we don't do scripts here. You create a strategy with me. We work together on forming it. So when you step into every conversation, you know, 1, what journey they're on, 2, how to like navigate them through each journey. And you'll know how to talk to them confidently, because the last thing you need is over explaining in your DMs, but stepping into that confidence, knowing that you are an expert in what you do, because you know you can get them the results that they desperately want. And so for $97 a month, the price is going up in June of 2026, because again, it's becoming more of a mentorship as I'm going in there. I'm helping them tweak things. We're doing weekly workshops. We're doing weekly challenges. And as they post, I comment. I kind of mentor them through the process of creating their message and talking in the DMs. And so I'm challenging you to check it out because you're going to see that this membership is different. It's not basic. I'm really in there and I really want to help you. And so click the link down below to get started, to start to have that DM strategy. So when you know who you're talking to, you have a clear message, you can step into every single conversation very confident. So what are we going to do to start really shifting like we did with my client is we're going to not say you all. We're not going to say everyone. We're not going to say you all. We're going to say you. Okay. We're going to talk to her or him and specifically talk to them. When you're talking in the camera, make it seem like they're in front of you, like you're in a coffee date, like you guys are having coffee, or which, by the way, that's what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, this is Dwight from The Office. If you need to have coffee in front of you while you're doing it with a candle, then do it. Set the mood to really think of yourself talking to her. We're going to stop doing generalized struggles. We're going to talk about their exact struggles. What is she struggling with? Is it losing weight? Is it motherhood? Is it mindset? Is it she is struggling super hardcore with her inner voice? Is she not good with content? Is she not good with graphics? Is she struggling with messaging, struggling with sales, struggling with leads? She's struggling with like getting leads and stuff. Like what exactly is she struggling with? And get very specific with that. And if you are like me, you can also record yourself saying a post. And the cool thing is you can just like either do it with AI, or you can like record it and then upload it and have it generate the transcript. But whatever makes you feel comfortable, like you're talking to somebody, take that and turn it into a post. The worst thing that could happen is nobody likes it, but who cares? Like I have posts that no one likes and your girl is killing it in the back end and the DMs are just, on fire. Either like I could go through like I could go through no likes or anything, engagement and all that stuff, but I'm like killing it in the back. So that's irrelevant. Like as long as your DMs are conversations, it's okay. The worst thing that could happen is no one likes it. And then over time, you start to get consistency. You start to get likes, follows, clients, leads, and it starts to grow and ripple. So today's homework, because we implement over here, I'm not going to give you one task. We're going to do 3, but they're all one task. So 1, I want you to give her a name. I want you to get specific of who she is. Think about a friend or think about a name. Think of anything that will humanize your message. That's what I like is when we humanize our message, giving them a name makes it more real. Like you're talking to that one person because these are people you're talking to, humans who have feelings, emotions, and we want to talk to them. Number 2, I want you to find a picture of your friend, stock photo, it doesn't matter, to kind of like picture her. Like it could be on your desktop, whatever. You could just pull it out when you're doing content, but I want you to visualize her. And then finally, I want you to write your next piece of content for her. Talk to her. You can record your voice note on AI and ask it to simply transcribe it. The prompt is just simple and I can write down the prompt below. And you just simply going to say, hey, I'm writing a post for my person. You can put their name for Maya. And I just want you to transcribe this as I say it. Don't change anything about it. Just keep it the same. And at the end, let's find some gaps to make it better for her. But don't change the language, phrases, voice, whatever. Keep it all the same. Say what you're going to say. Like, I struggled with my message. I spent years trying to make money online and I never could. And you know what I did? Is I ended up pausing because I needed to step back and figure out what it is that I'm doing. What did that do? That allowed me to recognize that the one foundational tool and skill that I was missing was my message. And once I changed that was it. My business changed forever. And that was, and that is a post for her because she needs to know that I've been in her shoes. And so once you're done with that, write a piece of content for her. Write the content. Don't be afraid. It's going to be okay because the beautiful thing about people on social media is they forget. They got the attention span of a goldfish. And that's why it's important for you to post, engage, and do the work in the DMs. You don't have to post every day. You don't. As long as you're in the DMs and talking to people, you're doing so much better than a lot of other people. And if you don't know your audience and you're like, Liz, I don't really know my target audience, I'm going to challenge you to take my 5-day challenge, spark the conversation inside of Circle for 20 minutes a day, just for 5 days. You're going to find out phrases, languages, voice tone, everything about your one person. And you're going to learn how to market research by asking the right questions. I give you the questions, you ask your audience, and that's how you find one leads, two, you find what people really are struggling with. And if what you're doing is actually going to help them. So click the link below and sign up for the challenge. It is over on Circle. So make sure when you get the email, you click that and sign up for Circle. I promise you won't regret it. It is so good. And you're part of my community at that point. So you get to see everything me and the community are talking about, which is awesome. So I will see you next week. And remember, aim her.